Imagine working for months toward a promotion, or saving every spare dollar for a major life goal, only to watch the entire opportunity vanish in a single afternoon. When things fall apart like that, it's natural to feel targeted or even abandoned. Our biology is actually wired to treat a sudden failure as a threat to our survival. This diagram shows what happens inside our minds during a setback. When we hit a solid wall, our brain shades out everything behind it. We view a closed door as the end. That panic hides the horizontal paths branching off. We focus on the obstacle, missing new routes. But psychology and an old survival story shows us that the very moment everything seems to be in ruins might actually be the start of a rescue. The first step toward finding a way out is simply recognizing that our own despair is a side effect of how our brains are built, rather than a reflection of reality. Consider a man shipwrecked and stranded on a deserted island. He spends every day alone, struggling for survival while staring at an empty horizon. For weeks, he works through exhaustion and hunger to build a small wooden hut. It's a grueling process, but he finally finishes it, piece by piece. That hut becomes his sanctuary. It's the only place where he feels safe and in control in an environment that otherwise feels like it's trying to kill him. One day, while he's out foraging, he looks back and sees his hut engulfed in flames. By the time he gets there, everything he worked for is turning to ash. He falls to his knees, crying out that life is cruel. He feels completely defeated, having lost his only source of comfort and protection. From his perspective on the ground, this is a disaster. He can only see what's been destroyed, and he has no reason to believe anything good could come from the fire. But the very next morning, a rescue ship arrives on the horizon. The man is pulled from the beach, barely able to believe he's being saved. When he asks the captain how they found him, the answer is simple. They saw the smoke from his burning hut rising into the sky and changed course to investigate. This illustrates a shift in perspective. Left, we focus on the fire's destruction. Right, we see the event from a distance. When we stop focusing on the ashes, the smoke transforms. One perspective sees lost shelter. The other sees a signal for help. The fire that destroyed his comfort zone turned out to be the only thing capable of getting him off the island. Our failed projects and lost jobs often mirror that wooden hut. We invest our identity and our safety into them, and it hurts when they burn down. But those huts can also keep us trapped. They provide just enough comfort that we stop looking for a way to actually move forward or reach our full potential. Look at what happens when this boundary breaks open. A failure often forces us to leave our isolation and interact with the world in a new way. It makes us visible to paths and people we would have ignored if we were still safe inside our hut. By connecting with this larger network, we see that a setback today can become the signal that brings help tomorrow. The end of one plan is frequently the starting point for a better one. If you look back at the burning huts in your own past, you might see that those moments of disaster were actually the signals that led you to where you are now. Remember that a closed door often points toward a better path. Keep your faith strong. Till then, stay patient, stay grateful, and keep moving forward in life.